Hello there, and welcome to another Starfield video. So the paid mods for this week have been out, and I've been looking at them, and we're going to check out the first one on the list. This is the AvonTech Raceyard by Chaos Kurt. This adds a load of new ship parts that are kind of inspired by like race, I suppose, racing. So this is going to cost you 400 credits, which is around €4 or $4. You're going to want to buy it though, and you don't have any credits. It's going to cost, you're going to have to spend a minimum of $5 to get 500. So these parts are available everywhere. So yeah, let's go check it out, shall we? So here we are at the New Atlantis
Anything I
Ship
can help you?
Service Technician.
Hey, what can I do for you?
So let's
Sure.
really quickly check the parts. Castrol to test it. So okay, so straight away we have the Void Guard. A class from Protector Systems, 2 power, 5660 engine, 1550 thrust, 100 health. We're going to compare this to... Okay. Interesting. Okay, so it gives more engine health, which is interesting. I will say, I'm not really sure, like, unless you're using, like, a mod to enhance the kind of the health of your stats, I don't really think it matters a whole lot. We'll check the next one. Then we have these ones here. Ooh. These are the Draconis Neon 980s. IG strafing. Ooh, IG strafing. So the... Here, this real quick. So the A class, 3 power, 13,000 engine thrust, 9,000 maneuvering thrust, 67 engine health. We're just going to compare that to the... Oh yeah, no, the maneuvering thrust is kind of insane on it. So that's like, holy crap. 9,000, I'm just going to check, but I feel like that's the highest you can get. Interesting. Yeah, so that's really, really high. Now, the thing is, we'll do a little bit of testing in it, but I don't think that's going to matter a whole lot when it comes to... Unless you're using, like, a mod that, like, increases the mobility, but we will check it out. And then we have the Falcon 241 from Relodyne. A-class, 3 power, 13,000 engine thrust, 27 maneuvering. Spaceship needs engines, upgrade to increase speed and acceleration. The mass, okay, that's just generic. So how does that one compare to middle of the pack kind of thing? Nothing fancy. And then we have the Draconis. This is the same, but just not. Yeah, this is the same, just not glowing. Interesting. And do we have, then we have the Void Guard, we got a B-class version, which has 17 B-class, 3 power, 17,670 engine thrust, 3,600 maneuvering. Just compare that to like the straight copy of that engine. Okay, interesting. A little bit more engine health though, a little bit more hull, a lot more hull, geez. Most engines only have a hull of 5, so this has quite a larger hull. And then we've got the C-Class, which I'm assuming that's going to be... Yeah, it's a straight copy of the Amazon X 100s, but obviously it has 350 engine health and 100 hull. Oh, and then we got a Gorgon engine, which is based on this one. Yes, the Gorgon, it's just based on the Slayton 6230. But it's got, actually, it's just a straight copy. So one thing I will say is I'm assuming when the mod author was making them, maybe they, like, intended you to use, like, there's a couple of mods out there. There's one actually I have a review of that will out soon enough. I'm assuming the mod author, like, initially, like, intended you to maybe use, these kind of things, because, like, this one here that gives like 9,000 maneuvering thrust, like realistically, let's really put them. Like realistically, all these are 180 engine. Okay, like realistically, all this is gonna do in the base game is just give you max mobility. Okay, cool. And then we have equipment, fuel tanks. Okay, we've got the Ferron fuel tank. So the Ferron fuel tank is 21 mass and it holds 140. Blah, 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 blah. So it's the same as this basically, but just smaller. Interesting. All that. I don't believe there's landing gear. No. Here, grab drive. Do we have grab drive? No. Don't believe we have any habs. Habs. Got a Ferron reactor, which is A class. A class 20 power, 1.5 repair, lander thrust 2. Reactor health is 30 and a hull of 445. So this is what is that? 20. Let me just get. So this is basically if you're trying to make a small ship. It's a tricky one in regards to this, like, because while this is like it's definitely cool and oh, it's just. Oh, they just copy and pasted the description, spaceship fuel tank. Like, I feel like with the paid mod, like there's obviously some slight issue with the the texting, but I feel like I'd like it to kind of explain, like, okay, why is it so small? How does it work? You know, like the fact that we have a Ferron tank and a Ferron reactor. I don't know what Ferron means. Maybe it's like some sort of special fuel. But it'd be kind of cool if there was like Ferron is like a new breakthrough in so fuel that allows the reactor to be smaller. You know, just something like that. And anything else? Shields with these shields. Structural pieces. Do we have any? Blade. We have a blade mount. That looks quite cool. Can it flip? Okay, cool. So this can flip. Can flip 3 directional. I should actually check these. Can these flip? Okay, this can't flip. Not flip. That can flip. That can flip. That can flip. That can flip. Can flip. That can flip. And that cannot flip. Okay. Blade mount. Okay, weapons I don't think are any. No, I don't think so. I'm curious, like with the going back to the structural pieces, like I'm wondering, is it like is it very tricky to have like custom pictures there? Alright, so cockpit, do we have any cargo, any new cargo? I don't believe so, no. And then cockpit, we do have a new cockpit. Okay, the Sparrow. 52 cockpit. So this looks cool, but there's no interior, which is going to be interesting to see how this plays out. And do we have a docker? No docker. All right, so just straight off the bat, I think these are really cool. Now, I have one kind of issue with it, and this is again, nothing against the mod author because the parts look amazing. But if we like compare, let's say for instance, right, if we compare the texture of how it looks using a couple of these. Like, these pieces are very... As you can tell, they don't have really any wear and tear. They're very new, and they're very almost like kind of plasticky. Whereas, like, if you look at like the vanilla like stuff, like there's AvonTech, they have like wear and tear, which kind of allows them to like blend a little better. These have a little bit of wear and tear, but then they're very how would you say it? Like very like flat almost. I know that sounds really stupid, but like you see here, like all the edges and stuff, they're very flat. So like it's hard to kind of like it's hard to build a ship. But we'll try. We'll give it a go. We're gonna build a ship using these parts. I'm going to do is I'm gonna delete all. Oh, now this is gonna be interesting to see. Because the thing is, like, it's a really cool mod. I'm not like a fan of. Oh, there's. Oh, that's whoops! I have the Vohal mod on. My bad. We'll go back there. Like, the thing is, these parts look really cool. I think it's just the only real thing that's like. The only real thing that's like kind of preventing me from being like a fan is just like that you can kind of tell it's slightly it's like slightly different in terms of how it looks. We're gonna actually, really quick, I'm gonna back out. We're gonna check how good this merges. I've got Sadir's merge mod on. We're gonna enable it. Miscellaneous. I'm just gonna need to like drop everything that's not that. Oh, I don't have it. I need to search for it. 1 second. Got the merging turned on. Now let's work. So I'm gonna make a little kind of like a fighter. Which tabs? Tile, maybe tile. Cockpit. Yeah, I'm interested to see how the cockpit looks on the inside, because like the fact that the windows like not opaque is a bit strange. That makes me think like what you can see in, but there's nothing there. I wonder if that's like a bug or if that's like an intended feature. Docker. That works. Reactor actually. They're on reactor up here. Oh. Box on okay. The box seems okay. Okay. Have it there for the moment. A little Ferron tank. Put that inside that one. Really quickly hide the hide the things on the top if we can. Would I? That's not bad. Now we need landing gear. We'll do some. Okay, we need it now. From the engines, get some of these ones. The only thing I'm noticing is because this sits lower, there's no like hit detection, so it's not telling me it's too low. Which, like, I personally don't mind, but some people might not like that. They might be like, no, that's stupid, Crimson. Yeah, so the hitbox is a little bit finicky. I build this in a way that you can make use of the Where's the little pieces? And then there's snap points for the blades. We're gonna put some weapons on them. There's a lot of one thing I will say is there's a lot of snap points. Very cool. I want very straight up. That's a bug with the base game. I've noticed that more. What that? I noticed that, but it's such a strange bug. Like, it wants to, if you like try and duplicate, sometimes it will just literally crap itself. Field. Bad boy. Got an A class. We will do some. Bang it. Rapid fire. Okay. Issue. Ship is too heavy. A ship's too. Grab drive Krabby. That's kind of funny that that grab drive, you can't put anything on it before it like starts being like, what are you doing with me? That wasn't it. Alright, now we're gonna color it, see how it takes to color. Okay, so alright, so let's go and check out the ship and see how it looks on the interior. I will say, the parts actually, in hindsight, I take it back. Like, the parts, they kind of blend well when you kind of put paint on them, which is pretty nice. What actually I'm gonna do, we're gonna get rid of the glowing ones, because I'm not a huge fan of the I mean, they look cool, but non-glowing. There we go. Alright, let's go and check it out. See how the cockpit looks. Oh, there is a little interior inside. Okay, interesting. That's okay, so I'm noticing already a big issue. Hitbox on these is way larger than they should be. Which not okay. It's kind of bad. Like most people that won't bother them, but like if you're the sort of person where like you land your ship and you like walking around your ship, like that's gonna be slightly, well, annoying. You can't walk under the wing, which kind of defeats the purpose of having a cool wing. Well, I mean, that doesn't, obviously, but you know what I mean. Check what these boxes. Hello, Gary. Alright. Okay, so I quite like the cockpit. I like the layout of it. Now, one thing I did notice is... why cannot deck? Okay, so that's kind of interesting. So, I seen Spider said that you can't decorate the cockpit. But you can't seem to decorate any of the ships. I'm just gonna swap ships real quick. Alright, so I'm just on another ship and the decorate is there. So I don't know if the mod author has just disabled the feature or if it's bugged. But that's something that, I mean, realistically, for a premium mod, you're kind of expecting it to not remove features specifically.
Hey, what can I do? Sure, have at it.
Back to the other ship. We'll fly and see how it flies. But yeah, I think that it definitely should not disable the decorate. I'm going to assume it's a bug. Strange. I do realize hiding the engines kind of defeats the purpose of me looking at their thing, but at the same time, I feel a lot of people merge, myself included, so it's nice to kind of see. Interesting. taking a look at the... It's a little interesting that the color, like it's like glowing blue, so you'd assume like blue trails, but it's not blue. I don't know how hard that is to do. But that's pretty much it. I think it's an interesting mod. I think like Chaos Nerf has done some awesome mods in the past. I do feel like though there's certain things that need to be addressed, like the not being able to decorate and the very large hitboxes need to be, you know, I feel like that needs to be fixed. Because if you're building the ship, it'd be nice to like not have like these like random areas where you can't kind of engage and stuff. But regardless, like I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this mod because it's. I'm pretty sure Chaos Nerf has done it. It's AvonTech, I believe, yeah. Which this would kind of pair well with it. But yeah, all in all, awesome mod regardless. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any issues with it, I tested this on PC. I seen Spider was messing with it, so I'm assuming he doesn't have any issues with it because he probably would have said, aside from Decorator. Yeah, as always guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I can catch you in the next one. Bye bye.